Hi, you guys, it's Jody. Just wanted to talk to you a few minutes about a reading challenge that I'm kicking off this week to kindergarten, first grade, and second grade, and then next week to my third, fourth, and fifth graders. Some of you might be somewhat familiar with these award nominee books, but others of you may not. As far as we know, the kids at Sioux Cleveland have never gotten to participate in this statewide event. So I'm pretty excited to bring this to them and just see how it goes this year. And of course, we'll tweak it as we learn for next year. So I wanted to familiarize you with two symbols. This one here on the left is for the Picture Book Award, and the one on the right is the Children's Book Award. They're both perfect for the elementary aged reader. Picture books are exactly that. They're just picture books. And the Children's Book Award, the themes tend to lean more towards your third, fourth, and fifth grade. And not all of them, but most of them are chapter books. So these are great to read whole class, definitely in the younger grades. Some of them would be excellent. Third, fourth, and fifth graders, most of them can take them and read them solely by themselves. So that's what the two symbols look like. So in your box this week, you're going to get some information, but I wanted to go over this in a video format as a suggestion that Amanda gave me, and we'll try it this way. And hopefully this will help you figure out how this works and how you can really encourage and support this with your readers in your classroom. So this information is what we're getting ready to go over. So I'm going to zoom through this. I am going to point out that you have until Friday, February the 1st, to be able to finish the readings of the books and submit the forms that I'm going to show you in a minute. So let's start with the picture books. So you will get a 8.5 by 11 sheet that looks just like this. It has the symbol at the top. It has the QR code for the picture book form. It also has where they can type in the address or you can link it. You will have a small brochure that is in color. And I love this because it gives you not only the visual of the front cover, but it gives you a short snippet about the book as well. And this should help some of you maybe even be able to tie some of these books into some of the upcoming lessons that you're going to be teaching, and maybe it would help that way. Most of these are not going to directly relate to a specific standard, but definitely are excellent resources to teach many of the ELA standards that you're teaching them and cyclical manners in reading. They're all really cute stories. As is always the case, some are cuter than others. And the goal is for your children to read as many of these as possible. You can read them as a whole class. They can read them individually. Regardless of how they are read, we want you to complete a Google form, which I'm getting ready to show you. And each time that form is completed, that child or those children get credit for reading that book. So the picture book has a Google form, and this is what it looks like. When you click in, and it'll start letting you give the information. When you read a book as a whole class, like I did today in the library to kindergarten, first and second. For the first name, if it's your whole class, just put your first name, your last name, and then teacher's name. Put your last name and the number for the grade. K5, 1, 2, 3, so forth and so on. Scrolling down and put a check next to the book you just read with your class. And then let your kids help you fill in this information. What's the setting? What's their favorite part of the book? What's their favorite character? And what makes that character so interesting, not just who it is. And then let them rate the book. So the way the rating the book looked like in the library today, and it went very quickly and very smoothly, is I explained to them that 1 was it really was not a good story. 3 was it's okay. And 5 is I really like it. It's pretty great. And then I'll let them at the count of 3 hold their fingers up. And then I just stated what I saw, 5, 5, 3, 1, 5, 5, 5, 5. And then after I did them all, I said, what number did you hear the most? 5. And then that's what we went with. You're welcome to do it any way you want, but that is just a suggestion. So that is the way the picture book works. Now, the kids get credit for they have to read 3 picture books to be able to vote on the top picture book across the state in February, and they'll do that in the library with me. For every 3 picture books that they complete, and a form is submitted, which is what you're looking at, this is the form, they will be entered to win a reading basket full of free books and goodies. So that's pretty exciting. We'll do that in the spring after the voting is done. The fourth thing is if they read all of the picture books, and there's technically 19 now because Follett did find one that they said they did not have and it just showed up today. But if they read 18 of the picture books, then Miss Cowart will award them with a reading party with myself and Mrs. Bennett at the end of the year. And then the first 3 classes in the whole school to read all of the 18 picture books, they'll win a sweet surprise from us in the spring as well. Again, the deadline is February 1st. The children's book competition is the same way. Same information, has a QR code, has the link to it. You also get a brochure. By the way, I believe fourth grades get ready to look at biographies. This one is an excellent one, Tiny Stitches. But it's a front and back brochure. It gives you all the information that might help you know which one you want to start with. And you can also use these brochures as kind of your checkoff list after you finish the books. You also have a form that looks like this. Same information at the top. The questions are a little different, and they only have to answer one. It says only one of the next 3 questions. So they can choose which of the 3 questions to answer, and then they just type in their information. They rate the book, and then they submit it. This week, kindergarten is reading Lion Lessons in the Library. First grade is reading Be a Friend, and second grade is reading Excellent Ed. Third grade next week will read The Quickest Kid in Clarksville. Fourth grade will read Bobby the Wonder Dog, and I did that intentionally because I knew you were getting ready to do biographies. And then Whoosh is fifth grade, which is an excellent book about inventions, by the way. It would go really well with a STEAM study that you might do this year. So we have about 1 copy of most of the books. Some of the books, a few of them, we have some other extra copies, but most of them are just 1. So you will want to access the Destiny catalog and put some on hold with your login as necessary. But we will just get them in and out of the library as quickly as we can throughout the year. Kids will not be allowed to renew them after they check them out. As is always the case, if you have any questions, please, please, please don't hesitate to ask. I hope this will be something that we enjoy school-wide. And if you have any suggestions or questions along the way, please send them to me because, as is always the case in the library this year, we are always growing and ever changing, and I'm open to your suggestions because reading these books in the library to them during library lessons is quite different than trying to read them in the classroom, I know. I appreciate your support, and I look forward to seeing which kids in which classrooms enjoy the most reading. Thank you.